Thank you. The next question will be posed to Ian and Molly. What steps does SGA need to take to help club sports at WVU?
Well, I was looking. 7 minutes? Okay. I'll try and keep it short.
That's fine.
I was lucky enough to be contacted when I was a governor by a good friend of mine from freshman year. He got back into contact with me. He was on the rowing team, and he said, you know, we are one of the club sports at this university. We get $400 a semester, and we row on boats that cost $10,000. We need help. We have no money. Will you please come to our Club Sports Federation meeting? And I myself, along with Tyler Pearson, went to that Club Sports meeting, and it was like a whole can of worms was open. They had, at the time, no funding whatsoever, no place to call home. People wouldn't, our rival teams wouldn't even come in here to play because there's no adequate field space. And luckily, this year, our President Clements and President Zuccari and Vice President Peters have worked very diligently on the things that President Parsons and Governor Pearson and I worked on the year before. And President Clements has granted us $1.5 million for a athletic field. That being said, our club sports still are drastically underfunded. And one of the things that we want to do to help them is help them with their fundraising, help them partner with city parks to get them field space for a cheaper cost. And when we renew the fiscal plan for the next year, it's important that we reach out for more money for these programs, but at the same time, not putting the burden on the students. We need to reach out for federal grants and stimulus money and things like that to help curb the costs of these organizations.
Thank you. Same question for the Pirate Party. What steps does SGA need to take to help club sports at WVU?
First off, let me start off by saying I love club sports. Club sports, just like all the other major sports, basketball, football, they represent the blue and gold. They put on the flying WV and they go out there and compete. A lot of times they don't get enough publicity. They don't get enough funding. They don't get a lot of anything. And they've raised these issues. They've come to speak up events. They've talked about the things that they needed. The two main things they need are more money and field space. We're working on getting them more money. We're currently now setting them up a foundation for fundraising. We are also, President Clements this year pledged $1.5 million to club sports. So we're going to use this to build a field over by St. Francis Fields and do it right. Do it the way that they want it and do it the way that's going to last the longest and be the most sustainable. Also, another way to get club sports places to play is utilizing places around here like Milan Park and doing partnerships with them. They've got a lot of great facilities out there that we can utilize along with the administration's help.
A part of it is also publicity, as Chris mentioned just a little bit before. And I'd like to say that actually one of our governors, Miss Allison Rollins, is one of the, I believe, only female sports writer for a major publication here on campus. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to disclose it. However, because we have such an active individuals, the Maniacs are also supporting us. They know those issues, and we'll be listening to them and see, where they want to go. They're experts at this sports stuff, and with club sports, the presidents were always willing to work with them and develop solutions to problems, solutions both short-term and long-term.
Thank you all for answering the questions. We now will go into a closing. Each party will have 5 minutes to give their closing remarks, and we will start with the Pirate Party. If you could come to the podium.
Get this mic right this time. We've talked a lot about ourselves tonight, me and Ron, Ian and Molly. We want to say this isn't about me and Ron, Ian and Molly. This is not even about student government. It's about the student body. And you want to pick and vote for the people that best represent your student body. Also, I'd like to mention the Board of Governors and Athletic Council people we've put together. Like I said earlier, we have interviewed 57 people. We took the best, most competent people that we could take. We competed against a lot of people. It was an aggravating process, but I think we've got a team together that is unbelievable, that is really diverse, going to really truly represent the student body. Another thing, our campaign techniques. Obviously, we've got a sense of humor. The Pirate Party. We're doing things differently. We have to do things differently. You can watch videos online. We've got those up. And it's because we don't take ourselves extremely seriously, but we're taking our jobs very seriously. And that's the message we're trying to portray and get out there. And there's clear differences in between the two tickets. And I think it's a funny way to use social media to portray those differences. There's people that have shown up in the past. There's people that haven't. There's people that have had major accomplishments and truly fought for the students since they've been here on campus.
When God gives you lemons, you can take the lemon as is. You can make lemonade, or you can do things my way, which is demand apples. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to demand apples. One of my personal goals is to make sure that this election never looks like what's looked like in the past. Students cannot afford to spend, if you're running for governor, $750. Well, $500 of your own personal money. That's ridiculous. I know I myself cannot take out $500 from my bank account. I don't know any normal student who can. You have to be resourceful. And if it's up to us, and we're actually doing this with the Constitution review coming up, and also eventually the election review, these are issues that needs to be discussed. So students, no matter their economic background, where they're, again, we have an international student from halfway across the world, no matter where they are from, how much money they have, how much they can spend, we're not going to discriminate against the rich or poor. And we need to focus that and truly open up student government. Eliminate these obstacles and give them a chance to shout out to the administration and to demand apples. And that's why we are here.
Let me just really quickly finish off with this. Don't vote for me because you're my friend. Don't vote for me because you think the Pirate Party's funny. Don't vote for me because you think we worked the hardest on the campaign. And surely don't vote for me because we handed you a piece of candy and a flyer. Vote for me, vote for us, vote for the Pirate Party because you think we're going to best represent the student voice. Thank you.